Hey, Jimmy with Cuffin Stuff. Well, turkey day's over. The family has come and gone. You open the refrigerator up and look at all that turkey. If you're like me, I always go way overboard. I cooked a 20-pound turkey yesterday, smoked it in the smoker, and now I've got all that turkey. What am I going to do with it? Well, today I'm going to show you my favorite recipe. I promise you, if you'll make this, you'll never worry about what to do with leftover turkey. This is my favorite recipe. It is delicious, easy to make. It doesn't take long. You got more time in the prep than you do in the cooking. So just stick around. I'll show you how to make it. I'll have a description of the ingredients down below. So hang tight. All right, so first we've got our water boiling. We're going to dump our diced celery into the boiling water, and we're going to let it soften up. You can see this is finely diced. I just don't like chunks in it. And that, about 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll bring you back. Okay, so we've got 5 tablespoons of butter, and just my preference, but this is real butter and it's unsalted. You don't need, this will have enough salt in it. You don't need to add that. All right, to this, we're gonna add 1 cup of diced celery. And you can see we put this in the chopper and we got it diced pretty good. So I just don't like the chunks. And that's what we softened up in the boiling water. All right. We've got an onion. And this was about a medium-sized onion. And it's also diced up. I do like the smell of onions cooking. And just depending on the size, we've got half a bell pepper. And now remember, any of this you don't like, just leave it out. And then this casserole is going to be good. We enjoy everything in it, but I'm not going to brown this. I'm just going to soften it up. So again, this is just the onion, the bell pepper, the celery, and we're just mixing it together in this skillet, and we're going to soften it up. Okay. We got the veggies softened up, or some of them. I've got 6 tablespoons of just all-purpose flour, and I'm going to take and I'm going to whisk it in. I'm not going to just going to dump it. I'm going to whisk the flour in this mixture. So, and remember, this has got 5 tablespoons of butter. So it's not going to make a roux per se, but it's going to get absorbed up in the juices. And see, it's almost made a paste out of that. See? Okay. So let me spread it back out. Into that, I'm going to add a can of cream of mushroom soup, and I need a spoon to get that out of. Dump this whole can. All right, so stir that in. Also going to add my milk. This is just a little over a cup, about 1 1/3 cups of milk. Let's stir it in. Let's go to my spoon. That way I can make a bigger mess. That's about normal. All right. Let's take, next I've got a can, this is a 6-ounce can of mushrooms, and they're just basically sliced. And stir them in. And it's time for my normal line. You ought to be able to smell this. It smells good. All right, see the consistency, how this is coming out? All right, now we've got this still on a medium heat, and I'm going to take and turn it down just a little bit. Okay, I don't want it really on low, but I want it to kind of be on a high simmer maybe. I don't want it to scorch. I'm going to turn it down, but I just want it, the consistency to smooth out. Okay, so you see, it's cooked down a little bit. See, this is almost like a gravy consistency, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. Next, we've got our turkey. And most important thing, this is 3 cups of smoked turkey that I did yesterday. This is the leftovers. That's why we're doing this today. I'm gonna put all 3 cups of turkey, and I just took it and diced it up. Let's stir that in. Oh my, now that's where that wood smoked turkey comes in. You start smelling that with this mixture. Tell you what, you cook this even the day after Thanksgiving, which today is. People walk in the house, they're gonna get hungry. My goodness, smelling where this, you prepared this, where this is cooked in the house. It's good stuff. All right. That's getting pretty good. We got that stirred in. Now, pimento, peppers, okay? This is a little small jar. It's a 4-ounce jar, and I haven't drained it or anything. I'm just gonna put the whole jar of these pimento peppers in here and stir them in. Adds a little color to it. And that pimento flavor just sort of perks it up. Now, you know, if you're reading the recipe on this thing, you say, that's complicated. Really, it's not. This is real easy. Most of your work is just in your prep time, getting this diced up and chopped up and whatever. So, it's not that big a deal. And man, is it good. Tell tell you now. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right. Now, if you have anybody with nut allergies, leave this off. I put this in because it just adds something, and we don't have anybody that has that problem. These are just chopped up almonds, okay? And that's half a cup. And I'm gonna stir it in. That adds just a little bit of crunch. That half a cup is really not a whole lot. I tell you a secret when you're putting it together. If you have somebody who has a nut allergy and you can't put the almonds in and you want to add a little something, the last step when this goes into the casserole pan, you spread it out, crunch up just regular Lay's potato chips, just plain old potato chips, and make a covering over the top before you put your cheese, and then cover that in cheese. That'll add crunch. But now those potato chips are salty, so you got to watch. And those are unsalted almonds, so I haven't really stuck a whole lot. We kind of have to watch the salt around my house. So, and there we go. That's stirred in. All right. Really, all you want to do, the turkey's cooked, and you're not cooking the almonds or the rest of what's in here. You just want to make sure it's sort of heated through, so all of these flavors mix together in your skillet. And so we're going to let it do that. I've got it turned down on low. So just hold on and I'll bring you back. Let me get this heated through, and then I'll show you how we put it together for the oven. Okay, we've let this simmer. You can see it's heated through. And so all we're going to do is we're going to spoon this. Go ahead and turn it off. Spoon this into this casserole dish. And I tried it. It's just right. Honestly, I have not added any salt or pepper. I may take just a little dash of pepper and put over the top. And that's just something that's me. I love black pepper. And, oh. Let me set this out of the way. And don't waste any of that. Okay. So, all right, last thing. I just cut up my bread. This is a cup, and it's soft breadcrumbs. So again, this is just what we call in the South loaf bread. Just cut up and just made a cup. And see, now this is a 3-quart casserole dish. This will go in a 2, but it fills it up. And when I say fill it up, I mean pretty full. So I like having plenty of room to make sure I get all my stuff in and it doesn't bubble over. This is cheddar. You use whatever cheese you want. Sprinkle it over the top, and it's just a cup, just like the breadcrumbs. It's just a cup of cheese. Spread over the top. Now, I've got my oven preheated to 375. I'll bring you back and I'll tell you exactly how long it takes, and I'll show you the end result. Okay, well here we are. Fresh out the oven. This took exactly 36 minutes. Now, if you want it more brown on the top, leave it a little longer, but that's basically somewhere, depending on your oven, between 30 and 40 minutes. This is going to be done. Just make sure your cheese is good and melted. Then the breadcrumbs, you can make them as dark as you want. It really doesn't matter. But let's dip into this. Oh my goodness gracious. I know what this is going to taste like. Well, there's only one thing to do to this. I've been waiting on it too. You know, sometimes I like this better than the Thanksgiving Day meal. Something you want to do with the leftovers. Let me tell you something. If that doesn't make your tongue beat your brains out, you lost your taste buds. This is good stuff. Oh my goodness. Wait. One more little bite. I'm sorry, that's good stuff. You will not believe how good this is. Thanks for hanging around. You want something to do with your Thanksgiving turkey? This is it. Again, thanks for sticking around. If you haven't subscribed, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. I'll have another video for you over here. Until next time, hang tight.